Welcome to Mellowdy Day 12. Can you believe that we are at the halfway point today? This is today's pattern, and in the main color part there is a nice pattern of lace stitches, and for this video I added the transition from the contrast color to the main color. I added the first row and the following rows, and I added a knit two together yarn over as well as a yarn over SSK. The transition from your contrast color to your main color with the line to the right. I have 3 stitches on my needle with the main color stitches under there, and I knit 2 together. Now I'm going to make a jogless stripe, so I'm going to lift the main color stitch onto the needle and knit it together with the contrast color. I'm going to change color by grabbing my main color from underneath, knit one, and make one by lifting up the strand between the stitches on the needle and knit it, twist it. In English it looks like this. You knit 2 stitches together in your contrast color, and then you are going to do a jogless stripe. You lift the stitch in the main color up on the needle and knit it together with your contrast color stitch. Now you are going to change color by grabbing your main color yarn from underneath, knit one, and now you are going to increase 1 stitch by lifting up the strand in between the stitches. Put it on your needle and knit it, twist it. The transition from contrast color to main color for the following rows is worked like this. First, you knit 2 together in your contrast color. Then you knit 1. You grab your main color yarn from underneath, knit 1, and now you are going to do the Elizabeth Zimmerman increase by lifting up the stitch under the stitch, pull it up on your needle and knit it from back to front. The transition from contrast color to main color for the following rows in English looks as follows. Knit 2 together, knit 1, grab your main color yarn from underneath, knit 1, and make an Elizabeth Zimmerman increase by lifting up the stitch under the stitch on your needle and knit it from back to front. The stitch combination knit 2 together yarn over. You are going to treat the next 2 stitches as if they were one and knit them together, and then you are going to scoop up your working yarn. So you decreased 1 stitch by knitting 2 together, and you increased 1 stitch again by your yarn over, so you still have the same amount of stitches. One more time, you are going to knit 2 together by treating the next 2 stitches as one, and then you scoop up your working yarn to make up for the decrease you just did. In English, it looks like this. You are going to knit the 2 stitches on the needle together as if they were one, And then you are going to bring your working yarn in between your needles up and over to the back so that you can work it again. One more time, the next 2 stitches you treat as one, and then you bring your working yarn in between and up and over your needle. You work a yarn over SSK as follows. First of all, you scoop up your working yarn from the back and back to the front. That's the yarn over. Now you slip off the first stitch as if to knit, you put it back on the needle backwards and you knit it together with the next stitch. In English it looks like this. You bring your working yarn through the middle and then back to the back so that it's in working position again. Then you slip 1 stitch as if to knit, put it back on the needle backwards and knit it together through the back loop. And here is your end result for today, day 12. As you can see, we have the lace stitches here in the main collar part. We are still going right, but we are nearly at the side. So we will have to see what will happen tomorrow. Don't forget your lifeline.